Hi, I'm Corinne, a small business expert at NerdWallet, and I want to tell you about loans we recommend for women business owners. Now, very few loans are specifically designed for women entrepreneurs, but there are a number of great options out there that are well suited to women looking to start, improve, or expand their small businesses. Let's dive into 9 of them. A bank loan is always likely to be one of your top funding options since they can typically offer the best interest rates and repayment terms. But in order to score those great rates and terms, you'll need to be highly qualified. This term loan from Bank of America comes with competitive rates and can be used for a number of business purposes. And since it's unsecured, you're not required to put up physical collateral. To qualify, you'll need a personal credit score of at least 700, annual revenue of at least $100,000, and a minimum of 2 years in business. If you can't qualify for a bank loan, your next best option is an SBA loan. These loans are highly desirable because they're partially backed by the U.S. government, have reasonable interest rates, and offer large borrowing amounts. The SBA 7A loan is the most common of the SBA loan options. You can use the funds for a variety of purposes and potentially borrow up to $5 million. The U.S. Small Business Administration has a list of specific requirements you need to meet to qualify for one of its loans. And lenders that extend SBA loans each have their own set of qualifications, but generally you'll find that you need to meet a minimum credit score of 650 and have at least 2 years in business. If you're interested in an SBA loan but don't require more than $50,000 in funding or don't quite meet the minimum requirements for a 7A loan, then an SBA microloan could be a great fit. You may be able to qualify with a personal credit score of 620 and fewer than 2 years in business, making an SBA microloan more accessible for startups and business owners with bad credit. Speaking of bad credit, if you have a personal credit score of at least 570 and your business has been operating for more than 6 months, then you may be eligible for a term loan from online lender Fora Financial, as long as you have strong annual revenue. Fora offers term loans up to $1.5 million with repayment terms between 4 and 18 months, depending on your qualifications. And unlike some other lenders, Fora actually offers discounts rather than penalty fees for paying your loan off early. Accion Opportunity Fund is a nonprofit lender that extends the majority of its loans and additional resources to women, people of color, and low-income borrowers. Its working capital loan comes with repayment terms between 1 and 5 years in amounts up to $350,000 and with no prepayment penalty. Qualified borrowers typically have a minimum credit score of 600, at least 1 year in business, and at least $50,000 in annual revenue. Newer businesses with lower annual revenue may still have a shot at financing with Headway Capital's business line of credit. A line of credit, by the way, is a flexible form of funding that can come in very handy for a number of reasons. Check out our video for more on that. If you meet the minimum requirements of a 625 credit score, 6 months in business, and $50,000 in annual revenue, then you may be eligible to receive up to $100,000 within 1 business day after approval. Women business owners who are seeking financing to purchase machinery or equipment may consider an equipment loan from national funding. You can qualify with a credit score as low as 600 and only 6 months in business, though you will need to meet a pretty steep annual revenue requirement of $250,000. This lender can fund quickly once you're approved and may be able to offer you prepayment discounts. If you're not familiar with how equipment financing works, there are 2 key things to understand. You'll own the equipment once the loan is paid off, and the equipment you're financing serves as collateral on the loan, so you don't typically need to pledge any additional assets. Giggle Finance advances small amounts of capital up to $10,000 to freelancers and self-employed business owners who need quick financing. If you can't meet the requirements of other lenders, you can probably meet Giggle's minimums of 3 months in business, at least $1,500 in your business bank account, and 4 or more deposits within the past month. A merchant cash advance, or MCA, is not actually a loan. It's a cash advance that you agree to pay back on a daily or weekly basis with a percentage of your card sales. That repayment schedule, plus the often high rates and fees, can quickly become unmanageable for some small businesses. Any MCA should be considered with caution. Research the company and read the agreement carefully before signing. Some MCA companies prey on small business owners who are desperate for fast funding. This lending program from Huntington National Bank is designed for traditionally underserved businesses, like those owned by veterans. So the qualification requirements are meant to be more accessible than they are for other loans. Plus, the program offers free financial courses for entrepreneurs. That said, Huntington doesn't publicly disclose its minimum requirements, so unfortunately we can't share those with you here. But you can get in touch with a Huntington loan specialist to learn more about the program. For more information on small business loans for women or to apply for one through our loan marketplace, visit nerdwallet.com. And if you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe.